Ladies and gentlemen, as we fall
Shredder has donated $1.49
into the depths of Sammy Shredder's enthusiasm tonight, we ask ourselves, what could possibly better ourselves than a little taste of the 1980s and a little taste of epic music? Sammy Shredder coming in like a bolt of lightning, delivering the diamonds. Sammy, or Shredder, as some might say. Thank you for starting the stream off right. I still can't speak English. Nothing's new here. But the best part about it is that you're here tonight. Tonight is a very special night, ladies and gentlemen, because we have Vapor Vice, we have Sydney Walker, we have Michelle S., Oscar Bill Chavez, Sarah Ryan, Vapor Vice, Oscar Bill Chavez, Joe Brazell, Michelle, John Lucas, Joshua Fox, Raven, Connor Nelson, and we're just getting started tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We are feeling good. And you know what? I got a lot of things figured out. And it's gonna be epic tonight. So I'm glad you're here. I want you to buckle up. Grab your popcorn. Because tonight is gonna be the best stream of all time. Not just out of this channel, but of all the channels, as you kids call it, in 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourself a round of applause for being here tonight. Sasa Forsastic. I can't even say your name, but that's a sick way to spell it. We got Possum Fansair, Joseph Aliyongya, you know, I gotta get my glasses for all these wicked names, you know? Looks like we're sitting at 1.1 million viewers at the moment. Feeling good. Let's make some music, how about that? Sammy Shredder. Coming prepared as he throws on the shades and brings the broadcast, the enthusiasm that we're gonna need tonight. Fighting crime during the night. Writing music during the day. Living like a king should, as we bring back rock and roll. That is how it's done. Rock hero, reveal yourself. I don't know who that is, but I know he's out there looking over the city. Your city. Because he's a good man. And he fights for the good of people. Sailor says rock and roll will live forever. Sailor, I've never heard a more accurate statement in my entire life. Sydney says, I need a costume now. Glam metal princess, okay guys, I'm not dead. Honk honk thrashers. Sailor says he looks like Hopper and Billy mashed together. Rikki, you gotta give me a villain name. The Night Walker. A very dangerous villain. but not dangerous enough for Rikki Thrash.
Possum Effenser has donated $2 and says gotta give the ultimate 80s rocker a gift.
Possum fans are. Gotta give the ultimate 80s rocker a gift.
381 has donated $5 and says look in the sky, it's the rock hero signal.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's not get it twisted. There is work to be done. And crime is walking among us. Irish 381, thank you for the $5 donation. Possum fans are, thank you for the $2 donation. Starting off the stream right, we're feeling good tonight. It's gonna be a wonderful sight. Sit back, sit tight, as we do things right and bring you back to 1989.
Irish 381 has donated $2 and says most Southwest Grill employee of the month.
That's right, baby. Moe's Southwest Grill employee of the month. That's me. Don't get it twisted. And how did you know that? Possum with a 99-cent donation. We are locked in, we are in the zone, we're just getting started. We're letting fans trickle in, we're letting fans experience the 1980s. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining on this epic, beautiful masterpiece that we are creating, this is all live, nothing pre-recorded. The raw energy that you guys bring to the table is what we need tonight. And we got a lot of great people in the audience tonight. It looks like
Sammy Shredder has donated 99 cents.
We got Sammy Shredder, speaking of great people, with a $1 donation. Throwing up the 100. Because tonight, 100% of whatever you're doing.
Irish 381 has donated $2 and says, does Striper have your car battery?
Striper does, in fact, have my car battery. I lended it to them last week. They needed it on their way to their first show ever. And they were like, yo, Rikki, we know you're good. You're a good man. And so, we hope that maybe one day we'll be a great band, very influential to the masses. And you know what happened? I time traveled with my time machine. I know this looks like an ordinary TV to you, but my assistant Tony, he got me set up with the latest and greatest equipment. And I was able to time travel to the year 2025 to bring you back with me to the 1980s. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's say hello to the neighbors, shall we? Make a very important phone call. Tony, the rock signals in the sky. It's off into the distance. A lot of hurt, a lot of struggle, a lot of pain. A look of worry in the eyes of the children. Losing hope of a potential future filled with rock and roll and fantasy. But they're counting on one man raised on radio. The defender of the town, rising up from the rooftops, fighting in the shadows. Tonight, Tony, I'm gonna make sure little Jimmy has hope for the future. But I can only do it on one circumstance, Tony. And that is, Thrashers, if you're listening, we have to be on the same page. You and I are going to bring back the 1980s like never before. And to do that will be no easy task. But if it wasn't easy, it wouldn't be worth fighting for. Tony, meet me at the docks. 12:30 a.m. we'll do it right this time. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're here tonight, and you want to bring back the greatest decade of all time, I want you to drop none other. What do we do here? Come on. Sammy Shredder reminded us earlier with the sunglasses emoji, but right now, I need the Thrashers to all pitch in and do their part. Drop the sunglasses emoji in the chat. And we will transform lives. Whew. It's looking good. We got a lot of activity going on. It looks like we're sitting at a whopping 2.9 million viewers right now, ladies and gentlemen. We got Sarah Ryan in the chat, Possum, Michelle S., Sammy Shredder, Farah, Vapor Vice, Joshua Fox, Jesse Lee Music, Marty Construction, Oscar Bill Chavez, Cage Crawford, Flabby, Frank Blacks, City Walker. We got everybody in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. 2.9 million viewers, a new world record. It's not easy being cheesy. But over here at Rikki Thrash Enterprises, at the headquarters, I gotta do what I gotta do. Right now, it's to move this camera and get situated. Rosie Ray's in the chat, Glam Metal Princess. Welcome to the stream. The greatest stream of all time, I might add. Sunglasses at night, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like we're all on the same page tonight. Thank you for the donation. Nothing like bringing the broadcasts some excitement. as we bring back the 1980s, starting off the night right with a little music. We just have one thing to do. And that is this. I want you to smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I want you to bring all your friends and family into this live stream right here, because it's gonna be the best one yet. Not only the best stream that I've ever streamed before, but the greatest stream of your life. Thank you for being here tonight. How are we doing tonight, chat? As we look over Miami Vice, the city that never sleeps, we see the signal in the sky off into the distance. We see a lot of flashy lights, because what is Miami without a little flash? And especially without a little thrash. Feeling good tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This is let's go. That's how we do it here in Miami. Some people speak Spanish. Some people don't. Some people are in charge of fixing the camera when I pay them the big bucks. Tony, where are you, buddy? Don't make me get Tony on the line. But I may have to. I may have to get Tony on the line. I think we're gonna do that. But first, somebody was getting sneaky with a little donation earlier. I wanna make sure I catch it. You think you're a little sneaky, Irish, huh? Coming in with the $5 donation? As I was in the zone just freaking shredding. I need a bass guitar case for my '83 Harley Davidson Softail Heritage. Any suggestions? We're not lagging, are we? That's my first suggestion. Let's fix the lag and make sure, let's do some movement. A little loosey-goosey, you know, warm up the muscles for this dance party that we're about to have. How's the stream look tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Is it crisp? Is it clear? Like it's never been before? Or is it lagging? Scylla says loosey-goosey, yet he doesn't know I'm here. Psh. You think something like that would escape the Thrash Master? I don't think so, okay? I bet you didn't even know I knew your name. Okay? Glam Metal Princess, AKA, I know who you are. Listen, look, I know you guys are active in the Discord. Link in description if you want to join the greatest community of all time. The thing is, I'm lurking in the shadows. Some of you might not know that, but I see everything in there. I drop in, you know, and usually I'm riding my motorcycle, so I can't whip out, you know, any sort of technology from the future. But speaking of hardtails, listen, I really don't have a suggestion for you, Irish. I don't know, sometimes you just gotta ride into the sunset. No case involved. Sometimes you just gotta take what you got, take your dignity, and move forward. That's what life's all about, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. Yeah, I'm Discord joins immediately. I tell you what, as my members will say, I'm very active in the Discord. Very active. One of the most active members in there, actually. Joe Brazil says, Rock Hero knows when you've been sleeping and knows when you're awake. That's right. There's a song about that, I think, somewhere. Man, I'm feeling good tonight. I hear some flashy cars flying 150 miles down Ocean Drive right now as we speak. We still have a criminal on the loose. We gotta go take care of that, ladies and gentlemen. Later on in the night, we will do that. But right now, I'm here. I'm focused on the greatest broadcast community of the 1980s and the 2020s, because ladies and gentlemen, if you're just stopping by, my name is Rikki Thrash, and I time traveled from the 1980s to the year 2025, and I brought you back with me, back into the greatest time period of all time, the 1980s, and we're doing it right tonight. I know we had some birthdays in the chat last week. If anybody has a birthday coming up, let me know. I want to know. Any August birthdays coming up? All right, my birthday's in August. It's exciting, man. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to throw the most epic skating rink party of all time. It's going to be sick. My birthday is August 29th. Oscar Bill Chavez says his birthday is coming. Any relation to Marty McFly? We're not related, but every now and then we'll meet up on our bikes. Just go riding down the cul-de-sac. It's a good time. It's a good time getting into some trouble, you know? Yeah, it's the whole 9 yards. August 10th is your half birthday. But I guess that doesn't count. What is a half birthday? I'm not sure I understand what that is. A half birthday? Is it like half of the year? 6 months later from August, September, October, November, December, January, February 10th? That's just my educated guess. I don't know. Gosh, you guys are ruthless. I should have never asked about this birthday situation. Gosh. All right. What's my favorite song? Carrie asked. Oh man, there's so many. There's too many, in fact. I mean, right now there's a song called Rock Hero by Rikki Thrash. Link in description. You can go stream it anywhere the kids are streaming it in 2025. That's a really good song. I won't say it's my favorite, but been jamming out to that in the gym, in the car, in my 83 T-top Cameo, driving down Ocean Drive, windows all the way down, cruising till the wheels fall off. It's a good time. That's what life is all about, is making memories, making them last, and enjoying it. All in the moment. Not thinking about the past, not thinking about the future, but being in the present. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 1980s. I'm going to make a Rikki Thrash 8-track. That sounds wonderful. What'd y'all think about that intro jam? Did y'all like it? I mean, that was pretty epic, right? Y'all have Rikki Thrash's vinyl record? A limited edition, I tell you that much. But here's the story, all right? Since we only have 1.9 million viewers right now, I want to let you in on a little secret. I want to let you know that we got some very exciting stuff coming up in the near future. Not only in the near future, but the far future too. I'm thinking ahead, baby. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be a wild ride, and the fact that you're here tonight, I want you to give yourself a pat on the back because we're just getting started, all right? All we see right now is a huge hill to climb, and we're taking one step at a time. And this broadcast is about 3 steps because it's super freaking awesome, all right? Scylla the Killer, a mysterious woman no one knows. She could be that one on the loose right now. She could be flying down Ocean Drive in the cherry red Ferrari going 95 miles an hour.
381 has donated $5 and says my brother and stepdaughter have interesting birthdays, August 6th and August 9th.
Interesting. I'll just leave it at that. You know, why dive into something when you don't really know where that's supposed to go? But interesting. August 6th and 9th. Listen, bottom line is August 6th and 9, 6, 9, both great numbers. Together, even better. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it's a great night today in Miami. Woo! We got the night sky bursting full of color. That is black, you know, because it's nighttime. But if it was bursting full of color, just know that it'd probably be like orange or maybe some purple in there. Just, you know, a typical sunset. You've seen a sunset before, but I tell you what, you haven't seen a sunset in Miami. All right? Looking over the city. Got so many beaches here. It doesn't matter where you are. There's a sunset somewhere. As long as there's water, I'm happy. North, west, south, and east. Doesn't matter which way you're looking, ladies and gentlemen. As long as you're looking forward and taking a ride on the wild side with Rikki Thrash. It's gonna be a good night. What do my neighbors say? Oh, they hate me. They can't stand the life of awesomeness. Glam Metal Princess says, I drive a tan GMC Acadia named Candace. Scylla, if I remember correctly, you showed me a picture of this Candace. You were very excited about it. You just had a birthday and you showed me a picture of Candace. I remember that. It's a good car. How's she holding up? Pure silliness, Scylla. Scylla Goose, ladies and gentlemen. Rikki, what 80s treatment could help my hair from falling? I'm gonna assume you mean falling out rather than just falling flat. Because ladies and gentlemen, if anybody knows about great hair, you're talking to the right guy. let's start with a little flat issue, okay? You say you step outside to the Miami heat, and then boom, your curls, they start frizzing up. Well, listen, you run to the closest telephone booth, all right? And you spin around a few times, and then you change into a costume and hope for the best. That's how I do it. But let's say your hair is falling out, you know? Honestly, I mean, if you're a dude, shoot, that's okay. Happens to every dude, you know? I think eventually, over time, everybody loses a little hair. But if you're losing hair a lot, just shave it off, man. Go buzzed, you know? Some great looking people out there with shaved heads. I tell you that much. I wouldn't know anything about that, but I drive a Harley and a 71 Plymouth Cuda Hemi and manual transmission. Bought it in Texas for around $55K after I sold my shares of UPS stock in the end of the pandemic for $155K. I would say that is a wonderful way to spend your money, Irish. I would say that's one of the best ways, actually. Some fast cars. Nothing like a little let me just restart that. I'll say this, ladies and gentlemen. I got a lot of things tonight on my mind. First of all, we got a guy on the loose, all right? A very dangerous man. Going the speed of lightning down Ocean Drive. The only thing that I see out there in the sky is the rock signal, calling for help. Where is the rock hero? I don't know. But if I did know who he was, I know he'd be doing the right thing. But I will say this, there's nothing like fast cars, loud guitars, and fighting crime in the city to save the greatest decade of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us tonight, get ready for the greatest night of your life. Listen, we've been streaming for an hour, but I haven't even said hello. That's how good I'm feeling tonight. All right, so sit back, grab some popcorn. If I had some popcorn, in fact, I'm gonna check a little later because I think we're gonna sit down, we're gonna play some video games, we're gonna make some music. We're gonna play a new bass guitar that Jackson themselves sent me, okay? You guys know Jackson, all right? It's gonna be a fun night, so buckle up and get ready. Sarah Ryan's gotta go to bed. I appreciate you being here, Sarah. Have a great night. I'll see you in the next stream. Joshua Fox says, can you make a video on how to write 80s music? I mean, you just got to live in the 80s. You know, you just got to be here. And right now, you are here. So we're going to get into it. We're going to write a little bit more. If you were here at the beginning of the stream, we were writing 80s music just then. And that's just the music of my time. And we're gonna keep that up. We're gonna keep making some music. In fact, let's use that as a segue and head on over to the leopard couch, and let's play some of that wicked looking bass that I got. There we go. Perfect. Tony's supposed to handle all that nonsense, but it is what it is. Sometimes, you know, Tony's busy. I don't know what it is with Tony, but he is always partying on a yacht with a bunch of chicks. I don't understand it. Okay? He was also supposed to charge a device. Believe it or not, I have this new 80s high-tech gadget where it recharges old batteries. It's pretty sick. It's pretty insane. It's pretty rad. It's pretty tubular. All right, let's check if I have any popcorn, because that would, oh, you know what, ladies and gentlemen? I think I do. Popcorn. I tell you what, it's gonna be a good night. I hope somebody joins me out there, because you're missing out. If so, I mean, if not. All right, let's plug this bass in though, you know? Let's figure out what this sounds like. How's the framing? Psh, perfect. Don't even have to ask, because I'm the best. I'm the best and won't say otherwise. Yeah, I mean, right off the bat, we'll pause the music here in a second. It's just tight, man. The mid-range is tight, the low ends, it's not wobbly. And it's just a top end, like a tight top end. You can hear every single note. It's clear. The clarity is insane. And my mic's not muted, so it sounds terrible. That's a tricky one. I just came up with that. It's tricky. Killer. You want some Rikki? I do. Who doesn't, you know? Bro, that must have cost like 50 whole buckaroos. I tell you what, that was expensive. Okay? You know? Thankfully, that was a gift, so I didn't have to buy it. But $50, that's got to be like $1,000 in 2025 or whatever year it is that I traveled to. I don't know. Can I play Whitesnake? I can play Whitesnake. I mean, screw it, you know? Let's get copyrighted tonight. Let's just cut out all the revenue. Honestly, whatever. You know, the thing that,
Jack Crawford 103 has donated $20 and says, let's hear you play what you want to play. What's something you just love jamming on?
well, that's a comment that I like hearing. And if you'll notice, ladies and gentlemen, we got chat working flawlessly tonight. Okay, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about chat. Ladies and gentlemen, we got everything being read aloud perfectly, no glitches. Look, let's just say I sat down with Tony for a long time and we figured everything out. I tell you what, I had some words to say, some heated words to say to Tony, okay? Tony is my assistant.
Has donated $1.99 and says, did you wear that shirt months ago?
Did I wear that shirt months ago? I did wear that shirt months ago. I did. It's a good shirt. Thanks for noticing. It's one of my favorite shirts, actually. I should wear it more often, in fact. Crown Renee, thank you for the donation. How do you feel about this shirt? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you want me to take it off? Oh, ladies and gentlemen, whoa. Let's calm down. Let's calm down here. I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves tonight. I hope everybody's having a great night. And I'm stoked to finally figure out all these technological issues that we've been having, okay? Because, that really holds us back from being our greatest potential. You know what I'm saying? And if we can't be the greatest on this planet, then how are we gonna bring back the greatest decade of all time?
$1.99 and says, can you just kidding?
Whoa. Crown Renee getting feisty in here with the donations. Thank you for the $2, Crown Renee. I hope you're doing fantastic. Sydney Walker says, slow down there, Ricky.
381 has donated $5 and says, could you riff some righteous shreds on the guitar for a up-tempo intro, please? My kids are watching this and love the Rock Hero video.
Righteous shreds on the guitar for an up-tempo intro. Okay, Irish. It sounds like a challenge. Well, listen, the Rock Hero, I don't know him. But what would he do? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to tell me right now, what would the Rock Hero do? What would Rock Hero himself do? Would he back down from a challenge? Would he sit there falling all over the floor and start crying and say, oh no, somebody pick me up. I can't do that myself. Or would he dust himself off and get right back up on his feet and plug back in his headset because one ear came unplugged and I can't hear everything? That's exactly what the Rock Hero would do. And every day I strive to be more like Rock Hero. And so we'll write some up-tempo intro riffage, if you will, for you, Irish. Since you've been so gracious tonight, and you got the whole family watching. Hello, kids of Irish. How many kids you got, Irish? Do-do-do-do-do. All right. We're gonna come up with 3 super sick riffs, and who knows, maybe I'll make a song out of all 3. But this is for Irish. Let's see what we can do. That's riff number 1. Okay, we got 2 more. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Let's see, here we go. What am I feeling? Hello. I think that's another song. It's been a while since I played that solo to my own song. I don't know. How about that? That's riff number 2. Off the head, off the rip, you got Rikki Thrash writing some 80s guitar licks because I was requested by Mr. Irish to give us a little face-melting guitar solos. Not guitar solo, but you know, face-melting riffs. So we're doing that. Let's see, last one, here we go. And that is riff number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the 1980s. Whether you just got here or you've been here from the start, it's time to get Slap City and get back into the greatest time period of all time. My name is Rikki Thrash, and this is my mustache. And I'm glad everybody's here tonight. Let's do a little bit more music. How about that? Before my computer explodes, you know? Let's see what we can come up with. Let's see it. Let's see it. All right. I got a great idea. First of all, I'm going to start off with some ASMR. Man, Tony was supposed to clean this place up. I don't know, it's just a mess. It's a mess everywhere. Tell you what, Tony, I'm gonna, in fact, let's get Tony on the line right now, okay? Because, look, all right? Look. We're gonna get Tony on the line right now because I got some beef to settle. All right, we figured out a lot of things, but we got to get 100%, okay? Because that's how it's gonna be on the Rikki Thrash stream, the greatest broadcast of all time. Let's call up Tony. Tony does not clean. Well, he's gonna clean after this phone call, I tell you that much. Tony, what are you doing? Of course you're partying on a yacht with a bunch of chicks right now. I don't know why I just asked. But, listen, look, I know we had a long conversation earlier at dinner, and we discussed the matter of the broadcast and going to the future. Listen, don't you think that might mess time up a little bit? Do you think that might mess with the timeline? I don't know. That's another conversation to have. But as long as we got my thrashers watching this stream, I think we're okay. That keeps
the Crown Renee has donated $1.99 and says my day been good, just tired.
My day been good, just tired. Did I ask you how your day was like 7 hours ago and you're just getting back to me? Crown Renee, I'm so glad you're alive. Woo! Crown Renee, coming in like a bolt of lightning with a $2 donation. Crown Renee, the legend. The queen, yes, that's right, Tony. Crown Renee is with us right now. The queen of the chat. Everybody welcome Crown Renee. She's been here since day one. Crown Renee, thank you for the donation. I hope I'm glad your day has been good. I hope your night's just getting even better. Because that's what we're here to do. We're making everybody's nights better. Or at least we're trying. All right, Tony, yes, you're still on the line, and yes, you're partying, of course. But I would be too if I wasn't, here. But listen, Tony, look, we got a messy balcony, all right? I don't know who was up here? Okay, it was probably me, but I mean, we're supposed to have people for that, right? I mean, we're supposed to, I mean, I don't pay you the big bucks to not figure that stuff out, all right? So, look, I love you, buddy, but we gotta do better, all right? If we're gonna have the greatest broadcast of all time, we need to at least pretend that we know what we're doing, okay? I know we don't know what we're doing, Tony. And somehow we have 2.9 million viewers right now, but look, we gotta put on a show, man. All right? Listen, it's a big hill to climb, but without a little gas in our motorcycle and in our super fast, sexy cars, we're not gonna get anywhere, Tony. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I love you, man. I love you. And we'll get it. What in the world is this song? Okay, I don't like it, so we're gonna turn that off. Wow, wow, blah, blah, blah. What is that crap, Tony? What is that crap? I don't like it. Anyways, Tony, I'll take a large pepperoni pizza whenever you get the chance. Thanks, man. Enjoy the party. It's a little better. Nothing like drinking a cold beer on a Wednesday night. It's not even beer, but it's great. Vapor Vices, I go with chicken, jalapeno peppers, and mushroom pizza. What a combo. What a combination right there, ladies and gentlemen. That is fantastic. All right, let's see. Let's see what we can build today. All right, we're gonna do one more song and then we're gonna hop on to some Vice City GTA style. You know what I'm talking about. And before we do that, we're gonna pop some popcorn because, you know, Rikki Thrash has gotta eat. All right, let's fire it up. You guys ready or what? It's a little quiet. A little quiet over there. You guys still with me? Yeah, you are. You know it. Let's build a little drum beat. add a little reverb to that snare. I mean, not snare, tambourine. Let's add it to the snare too, why not? Let's add some claps. Now we're talking. I know y'all know that song. I know it. We're getting groovy right now. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. Missed it. I didn't like it anyways. Let's try it again. We're getting somewhere. Here we go. I could just copy this. I'll give you a prize if somebody knows the name of that song. But don't get your hopes up. I know y'all said that a long time ago, and I'm just seeing it. Everybody gets a prize tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's here, bringing back the 80s together. Not sponsored. I want to do like some sort of Michael Jackson Thriller inspired loop. So I'm not gonna copy it, but I'm gonna take a lot of influence from it. That's how music is made. Somebody asked earlier, how do you make 80s music? Well, you take all your influences and you build off of that. And you add your own style and your own flair and your own personality.
Irish 381 has donated $2 and says, "Come on, Eileen," by Demis Midnight Runners.
Thanks for the donation, Irish. It was Thriller, but it's a good song. You got great taste in music, so you win the prize. I like that. I messed up. Let's try it again. 1, 2. Try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Can I record over that? I don't know. No, I can't. Try it again, one more time. 1, 2, 3. There it is. That last bit is a little off. Let's see if I can do it right. There's no sync here. This is all timing. Here we go. There we go. This is about to be epic, I can already tell you that much, ladies and gentlemen. This is the greatest song you'll ever hear. In fact, what am I doing? Let's just reach down between your legs. As David Lee Roth, one of the greatest frontmen to do it, would say. Flabby is right, I am struck. We are building, ladies and gentlemen. Also, what is going on with my wall right now? Love it. I don't know, Tony's got all this fancy equipment. Let's see if we can fix it. All right, before everybody gets sick of that, we got some technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Not even a thought. I mean, we were building. I guess take 5, everybody. Take 5, and we're gonna continue. We're gonna proceed with that very soon. Very soon. Take a breather, grab some popcorn. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just trickling on in, my name is Rikki Thrash. And don't pay attention to my wall right now as it's like thinking for itself. It's got a mind of its own. But you know what doesn't have a mind of its own? Popcorn. Because that's what we're about to get once everything just settles down. Okay? Once we figure everything out and okay, we're 2 hours into the stream and everything just decides to explode. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's figure this out. Let's do something about that. Not on my watch. Okay. We're gonna have to get Tony on the line. Gonna have to get Tony on the line. I mean, that's the only way. It's the only way to do it. Oh man. Dude, all right. Okay, all right. Well, we're not gonna get my name on the wall tonight. How about that? So you're just gonna have to know my name. My name is Rikki Thrash. I am the greatest streamer of all time. I have come from the 1980s to the year 2025 to bring you back to the greatest decade there ever was. And you are here tonight experiencing greatness. And I'm going to fire my assistant Tony one of these days. But he's a good man, so I gotta keep him around for now. But we'll figure it out eventually. We will. All right. Let's just proceed with what we were doing beforehand. And that is creating the greatest music of all time. Okay? Is that okay with you? Because it's okay with me. All right. We might try a little later. Let's proceed. You know, As we were doing,
99 cents and says here we go again with the glasses.
That's right, Crown Rikki. Always wearing our sunglasses at night when the city needs us most. And Crown Rikki always comes into the heat of the night when we need her most. All right, how about some keys?
Has donated $1.99 and says isn't it the rock hero they need the most at night?
Crown Rikki with the $1.99 donation, isn't it the rock hero they need the most at night? Well, some might say that is correct, Crown Rikki. But others see it as a possibility that there are more heroes out there. And it's up to Rock Hero to find them. To join up. To save the city. That's what he does best. Ain't that right? and gentlemen. As we close out this chapter of the stream, I want to thank everybody for being here so far. We're going to hop down and play some GTA, Vice City. We're going to take 5, all right? So bear with me, and we'll switch on over, and we'll have a great rest of the night. Thank you for being here. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, is what I was trying to say. But we're going to do it right at the end of the beat, because that's what we do. We'll see. We'll see. We got a lot of lag right now. We may not even get to it. We're gonna try. Kind of crazy, right? Let's see if I can try something. Let's just troubleshoot something. I'm gonna close the chat. Okay? Close the chat. Golly, the lag is insane. I thought we figured it out. I thought Tony figured it all out. Apparently not. A whopping 1 frame per second, ladies and gentlemen. It's incredible. Truly amazing technology. Truly amazing. The top of the top, the best of the best. Ladies and gentlemen, you are dealing with an expert. The greatest stream you will ever watch tonight. Yeah, we're lagging. We might have to, man, sucks, because you know, I just want to keep streaming, man. May have to call it here. You know what? We're gonna call it a night, but let me just troubleshoot on stream, because I never troubleshoot off stream. That's Tony's job, but he never does his job either. So let's do a little troubleshooting, okay? And if it actually works, then great. You know, if I have to put my own, you know, let's see. Hold on. All right. So it works on that, but not here. Interesting. All right. Well, this is the end of the stream, guys. I'm gonna have to get Tony to give me some new equipment, because this is ridiculous. It's just nothing I can do. I've tried everything in the book, ladies and gentlemen. I've tried everything in the book. I'm gonna have to get Tony to get some new equipment. That's the end of the line. All right, I've had enough. I've had enough. But it's only, I mean, it works here. All right, let me get chat back. Hold on. Let me get chat back. Allison has not had enough. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. I've been dealing with these issues for a long time. And it's only on certain scenes. So I'm trying to figure that out. It's working here. Computer almost died. Let me just, when I watch this back, I want some self-feedback, all right? So here's what happened. Here's a recap, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as I switched to the be right back scene, everything just glitched out, just stopped, okay? Then I turned on the latest and greatest equipment, the technology that Tony has provided us. The PlayStation 5, can you believe that? Turned all that on, plugged everything in, took a jog around the city, I went and fought some crime, in my spare time, had a couple minutes to spare, did that, came back, smoked a cigar, went out, fought some more crime, and then I came back, and then I switched to the gaming scene. And it just, that's when it just went down the hill. So, something to do with that scene, obviously. Something to do with that scene. But, look, I can't think and I can't stream at the same time. So, we're just going to have to do all that off stream. Ladies and gentlemen, give yourself a round of applause. It's been a great night so far. One of these days, we're going to get past all the kinks, and we're going to be able to stream all night long, okay? But until Tony can do his job and get everything situated, we're not going to be able to do that. So, give yourself a round of applause for being here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a great stream. We're going to check one more time, see what happens. Still a lot of lag. Yeah, what is up with that?